navigate data, technology, infrastructure, and financial gap. The current financing tools and available finance do not match the scale of the needs to support African Union member states, NDCs, NAP's strategy and framework. Excellencies, Africa needs to invest between 7 to 15 billion US dollars per year by 2030 to enhance its ability to adapt to climate change. If the planet heats up by 2 degrees Celsius, climate change could cost African countries as much as $50 billion annually by 2050. Therefore, it is crucial to act now to mitigate the risk and prepare for impact of the climate change. Excellencies, with these remarks, let us take the group photo first. I don't know if Chairperson is ready. We should take a group photo before we give the floor to our chair to chair the. Any provisions, secretariats?
Do we take the group photo now, or now is okay?
Yeah, because maybe you might leave before.
Yes, Tanzania.
Thank you very much, Chair, for giving me this opportunity. I would like to suggest, if possible, after your statement, we take a group photo, and then we move to the session. Thank you.
With this, I will give the floor. I will invite the chair to have the floor and carry us with our agenda. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Joseka. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for honoring this invitation to the first CAHOST meeting of the year. I take this opportunity to heartily congratulate Musa Ali for his election as the new chairperson of the Africa Union Commission, and allow me to commend His Excellency Musa Faki, our outgoing chairperson, and His Excellency Joseka Sako, right here with us, Africa Union Commissioner for Agriculture, Rural Development, Blue Economy, and Sustainable Development, for their exceptional leadership in advancing Africa's climate agenda and strengthening this committee's work. Looking back on the past year, Africa made significant strides in the global climate discourse. The Nairobi Leaders' Declaration adopted by the AU Assembly continues to guide Africa's engagement on climate change. At COP29, African leaders, ministers, and negotiators presented a united front on our key priorities. While the COP29 outcomes fell short of our expectations, particularly in setting a 1.3 trillion climate finance goal, multilateralism delivered some key wins. Notably, Africa's concerns over debt sustainability and the high cost of capital for climate action were acknowledged in the final decisions. COP29 also generated critical momentum through high-level events and strategic partnerships for African-led climate initiatives, including the Measuring the Green Wealth of Africa's event in Baku, led by the presidents of Republic of Congo and the African Development Bank, which emphasized the urgent need to properly value Africa's abundant natural capital. There was also the Africa Green Industrialization Initiative and Accelerated Partnership for Renewables in Africa, both of which seek to unlock Africa's renewable energy potential to drive industrial transformation. To institutionalize these initiatives effectively, I am pleased to report that the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat has agreed to support the implementation of the AGAI initiative in collaboration with key partners. Allow me also to commend the government of Tanzania for successfully hosting Mission 300 event in Dar es Salaam last month. This initiative aims to accelerate Africa's energy access by 2030, and I urge this forum to endorse its outcome. Looking ahead, Looking ahead, 2025 presents both opportunities and challenges for Africa's climate action agenda. We must capitalize on the following key areas and moments. The second Africa Climate Summit. Following the AU Assembly's decision for a biannual summit, ACS, or Africa Climate Summit, will provide a critical platform to assess progress, show lessons, and strengthen collaboration. We will agree at this forum where we are going to hold the next Africa Climate Summit. If there is a country that is willing to host, it is okay with us. If there is none, Kenya will be happy to host the second Africa Climate Summit. The fourth International Conference on Financing, that's number 2, for development, presents a key opportunity to accelerate the implementation of the 2030 agenda, particularly in pushing for international financing reforms. Number 3, South Africa's G20 presidency, combined with the AU's G20 membership, offers a strategic opening to advance Africa's collective interests on climate finance and debt relief. Number 4, COP30 in Brazil is a pivotal moment to push for ambitious global climate action, rebuild trust, and enhance international cooperation. Number 5, the Baku-Belém Roadmap is a crucial initiative to mobilize the 1.3 trillion necessary for climate action, particularly adaptation financing. Dear colleagues, we enter 2025 amid major geopolitical and economic shifts. The global climate for cooperation and solidarity is weakening in the face of multiplicity of policy changes in the West, including cuts in aid and diminishing support for multilateral institutions, a rise in protectionism and nationalist policies that threaten trade and investment flows, as well as escalating trade tariffs that impact Africa's economic and environmental priorities. The withdrawal of the United States from the Paris Agreement and the rise of far-right leadership in key economies could prove a major obstacle to climate cooperation and financing. Moreover, 2024 was the first year the world breached the 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold, a stark warning with unpredictable consequences. Despite these changes and challenges, Africa must remain proactive, defend multilateralism, and demand the fulfillment of international obligations. The submission of new nationally determined contributions this year offers a strategic opportunity. Our updated plans must scale up renewable energy expansion, accelerate the transition away from fossil fuels, and align with African leaders' Nairobi Declaration and COP20 and COP decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, I have presented a report that I would want to make reference, that it be a reference as some key elements, including the meeting we had in New York, are not reflected in that report. I want to ask the Secretariat here at the AU to work with my team so that we can ensure that the report ultimately reflects the decisions that we made in New York and other intervening meetings that took place, so that we can have a comprehensive report to take us into the future. I encourage us all to build on our achievements, amplify our collective voice, and position Africa as a leader in global climate solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, with these remarks, I now invite us to move to the next level, which is, we can go and do now the picture. Minister, or do we want us to proceed slightly, or we are good? Yeah, we should.